Good evening. So now we'll look into a digital publication ALRS volume 1, 3, 4 and 5. Before you start with this video, I'll advise you to go and check out the video about publications that have been in paper. So volume 1, 3, 4 and 5. When it was paper, it was all different, but once it has been digital publication, the 1, 3, 4 and 5 volumes have been combined into a single software. So these are the options that come up. File. In the file there will be a data updating wizard. Then comes edit, view. In view, these are the toolbars that you can toggle on and off. So if I don't want this standard will go. I'll just keep it on. It is advised to keep everything on. Then comes ENP, weather meteorological observation stations. So this is basically this icon. So if I click it, this is basically selecting this one. So I'll keep everything off for the moment. Next comes the windows. This is the geographical area. So geographical area will come up. Since I am having only permit for Europe, Africa and Asia, I will be only having visible regions of this area 1. You can see area 1 is light in color and area 2 is a bit dark. That means I am not having any permit for area 2. So in area 1, if I click, I will get all the countries in an alphabetical order. Suppose you are at Greece. So Greece will give all the NAVTEC stations, SAR stations, radio stations, telemedical advice stations, reporting information, radio facts, weather and meteorological observation stations. We will come into this in a moment. These references, it's much easier if you check out the paper publication because it has been explained in detail. Still I am telling you, Baltic Sea Pollution Reporting Reference. If I click it, it will give me the details of this reporting. Then comes Spain Pollution Reporting Communication System for use in GMDSS. These are all basically text that helps you along the way. Then DAC and SAR diagrams. SAR diagram for area A3, British Isles and Northwest Europe, area A3. You can look into this. Then comes the DAC. These are all the DAC frequencies, DAC stations that basically give you a A3, A4 acknowledgement. Suppose we always say Istanbul gives, Viluna gives, so you will get an understanding how you will get this. As a second mate, we normally keep a printout of this page somewhere in the GMDSS room. Then comes EGC MSI news schedule. This is the time when they will be transmitting EGC services. What is EGC service? Then comes extraction ITU. These are all text files that you should read on board. Then comes GMDSS. How to fill a GMDSS logbook. Then network of Globestar. Then comes international code of signals, all your flags, Morse codes and what is the meaning of those. Then comes ICE reports for Russia, ICE reports for Finland, Estonia, Denmark, Latvia, just click and they will give you the details. Then comes meteorological scales and definitions. This is basically how you write your log. Then comes international telephone and telex code. Next will be locus reports, basically in the Gulf area. Maritime identification digit, basically your MMSI number, how the first three letters, numerals of your MMSI, MSI, declaration of health, and MSI maritime safety information. This is going to give you the list of all the nav areas as well as the internet link to get the nav area warnings that you can't get over your safety net. Maritime security threats, their contact points. The details of all this have been shown in the paper publications, and I have made a video. That's the reason why I'm just showing you what it is, because you can directly go to that video and have a good understanding of what it is. Meteorological codes. This is how you will send a weather report. The terms used in different parts of the world when you report. Then operation procedures of GMDSs. Then comes phonetic and alphabetical figures, how you are going to use spell out or use phonetics for reporting. This is basically your nav area limits. This is an important diagram which we use to find out which nav area we are in. Ships weather reports. These are the port meteorological officers. Okay. Then comes SOLAS regulations, which all equipments need to be carried in which areas. Then comes space weather, how weather affects your radio transmission. Then comes table of international call signs, the call sign, how it is divided to different nations. Temperature and rainfall conversion tables, barometric readings, wind velocity. Then comes voluntary reporting of weather. UK meteorological scale, again for weather. And weather apps. These are the apps that UK MTO has advised. Then comes help. So these are the icons that we will be using to get different values from this chart. Now let us go and check out all the buttons that are provided. So this is giving me all my weather meteorological observation stations. You can see Again, this will give me other weather meteorological observation stations, radio fax stations. This is a radio fax station. Then the NAVTEC stations, the NAVAREAs, then SAR stations. This will be my radio stations. Then show object text on charts. This will be the list of all deleted objects, nothing to show. Then telemedical advice, emergency contact. This will be the ROM. This will be MRCC ROM. This will be basically your first telemedical advice that you can always get to. Next, we will next will be the world, UK. These are the regions, and this is the lat long point. If I directly enter a lat long, this will center to that point, and here I can set a search pattern, as well as this will be my last updated week, and this will be my updating wizard. So now suppose I am planning a passage from Gibraltar to somewhere in Russia. So I will just have to understand the nav areas, met areas, NAVTEC stations. So I will just click NAVTEC stations. These are the NAVTEC stations that I will be using. So I should have a general idea of how my vessel is going to go. I will be passing through these places. So to get the NAVTEC areas, I will just click on the NAVTEC. Then select any NAVTEC. So this is Tarifa, and once this opens up, I can get the diagram of my this will be Tarifa. Then safety net. Safety net is basically for your SATC met areas or nav area warnings. So the SATC messages will basically be a list of all places that this nav area is referred to. So where your vessel is, that will be, suppose you are departing from Casablanca, traveling like this, so you will be required to see what is the update for Casablanca, Sao Vicente, and 7 degree 30 minutes Cadiz. So in your SATC message, you will have to check the weather for these areas. Then safety net. After that, again going from here to this place, these are the areas that you will be passing. So even if you get a message from SATC for the whole area, you will only have to check out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 22, because you will be going like this. You are not going to be bothered about what is happening here. You should be bothered, but the general idea, you will be having the weather or safety information for this area where you are going to transit. Then the NAVTEC. These are the list of NAVTEC stations that you will be able to see. So even the NAVTEC, the red one will be the international NAVTEC. So I will be selecting Golf. Then Las Palmas, Portos, Santos, Papa. So this I, P, G. These are the areas, stations that I will be selecting in my NAVTEC. Again to this area. So this is basically how you will select your NAVTEC stations. And to print out this file, you cannot use the Control P option. You will have to right click on your mouse and you can directly print this. Again for the safety net, same, you will have to right click and print. So this is how it will be much easier for the second mate to get an idea of the NAVTEC. Again, nav areas. So which nav area station you have to select for your route. So if I click here, it will show me nav area 3. Area 1, area 2 is my area 1 and area 2 is basically my permit, and these red lines are basically my nav areas. So this will be nav area 2. This again will be nav area 3. So once I am transiting from here to here, I will be selecting nav area 2 and 3 on my SATC. Then comes the SAR stations. These are the SAR reporting points, search and rescue reporting points. Then comes my radio stations. So suppose I want to have a radio test at Istanbul. So I can either select it from here, double click it, and I will get the MMSI number and the frequency whichever it is happening, or I can directly go to Windows, geographical area view. Istanbul is in Turkey. I'll go to Turkey. Turkey, then the radio stations, and I can select this. So this is how I can easily get it. For all you viewers, if you are passing by the coast of Israel, MRCC Haifa will be giving you acknowledged on your MFHF 2 megahertz frequency. So if I want to get a radio MMSA number of Haifa, I'll just go to Israel Mediterranean coast, radio stations, Haifa. So if I send a message to this 4280001, I'll be getting an acknowledgement on MFHF. Next comes, okay, I'm closing this window. So suppose I want to get all the reportings. This will give me the reportings. This is not the reporting on volume 6. This is the reporting on volume 1 to 5. SAR facilities, telemedical advice facilities, SAR facilities. Again, this option, if I am going to maybe Russia NAVAREAs, I can either use this option to get stations here. There is no station here. Suppose, let's say Turkey. This is Turkey Strait. These are the stations that will be appearing. So when you plan a passage, your nav areas, navtex, SATC, everything, and even your weather facts, you can get it directly from here. Weather facts will be radio facts, weather facts. So the weather, if I click Olympia, it will give me the frequencies. These are the radio facsimile stations for the whole world, and index, this is for Olympia. So Olympia will give me weather facts for areas designated A, B, C at these timings, A, B, C, and the frequencies and transmission times and the drum speed. This is how you'll be able to get the radio facsimile, weather facsimile receiver on board to work. Basically, this gives you, on a general for passage plan, your navtex, radio fax, navtex, and nav areas. This whole thing has been explained much better on the paper publication video that had already been uploaded. I will advise you to refer that video too. Thank you for watching. I believe that you got a good understanding of ALRS volume 1345 digital publication. Thank you. We'll see you in the next video. To update all the digital publications, either you can go to any publication and on top of the screen there will be an option file, data updating wizard, and obtain directly, next, update, and all these options come down. Even if you are updating any detailed publication, all the publication will come automatically. Again, you can either update it directly from the data updating wizard. Start it. Remember, my last update was week 5, so I'll just check week 5. So the next update should have been 6. I'll just click obtain update directly, next, update from internet, next, and select everything. These are all the publications that I am having on board. Click next, and it will start downloading all my updates. So once I get an update, everything will be automatically updated, and I'll be getting a certificate. This certificate I can preview it or take a printout. I'll just click finish, and if I click the updating wizard, if I preview it, my updates have came to week 6. So this is how my detailed publications are updated.